Everybody, man, Duck here. So let's play Jack, and I think we've got somebody else on the channel too. I don't know. Maybe.
No, I quit again.
Okay. And for some reason, this always starts up in Spanish, so we've got to go fix that.
Have you ever tried running the emulator and like run fast, or do you run full?
I don't remember.
Sometimes if you run full, it'll start in another language. It's really weird.
Well, whatever. I know how to get to the English language anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It's like random. Sometimes I swear I've run the game at full for like Shadow the Hedgehog, and it will run at, or it'll be like Japanese one day, and then it'll be English another day, and I'll be like French another day.
Shadow's weird. I've had that happen too. It will be whatever language it wants. At least Jack is consistently Spanish. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Anyways, I'm going to edit the cutscenes in later for the sake of not having the emulator glitch out. They get really bad in cutscenes. But,
do you see eyeball, or the eyeballs are there, right?
Occasionally.
Did you sacrifice eyeballs? I know the shadows are all weird.
For every age, there is a time of trial. The rocks faced such a fire before they were the strength beneath our feet. The plants braved vast winds before their roots could give us life. As a sage of considerable years, I have known only one such great ordeal. Yet the hero it created was a champion for all time. Today's the big day, Jack. I hope you are prepared for whatever happens.
I think I figured out most of this machine. It interacts somehow with that large precursor ring. I just hope we didn't break anything moving it here to the lab.
Easy for you to say. We did all the heavy lifting.
Dexter! Don't touch anything! Though the precursors vanished long ago, the artifacts they left behind can still do great harm.
Or great good, if you figure out how to use them.
I've had some experience with such things. I know you can make it work.
Looks like Jack still got the mojo.
Interesting. It appears to be reading out some preset coordinates.
Look at that.
Finally, the last rift gate has been opened.
What are those things?
So this is how it happened.
You cannot hide from me, boy.
Do something, Jack!
What's this do? Or that? How about this one? Everybody press all the buttons.
What was that thing?
Hang on, everyone!
I want on this thing!
Find yourself, Jack!
Okay, I swear, that's the last time I ever touch any stupid precursor crap!
There he is. Move in. Step away from the animal.
Ah!
Forget the rat. The Baron wants him. We've been waiting for you.
Don't worry, Jack. I'll save you before you know it.
Dark Eco injection cycle complete. Bio readings nominal and unchanged.
Nothing. I was informed that this one might be different.
He is surprisingly resistant to your experiments, Baron Praxis. I fear the Dark Warrior program has failed.
You should at least be dead with all the dark eco I pumped into you.
What now? Metalhead armies are pressing their attacks. Without a new weapon, my men cannot hold them off forever.
I will not be remembered as the man who lost this city to those vile creatures! Move forward with a final plan, and finish off this thing tonight.
As you wish. I'll be back later.
Ding ding, third floor. Body chains, roach food, torture devices. Hey, buddy, you seen any heroes around here? Whoa! What'd they do to you? Jack, it's me, Daxter. That's a fine hello. I've been crawling around in this place, risking my tail, literally, to save you. I've been looking for you for 2 years. Say something, just this once.
I'm gonna kill Praxis!
Shh. Right now, we gotta get you out of here. Just let me figure out how to open the security locks for your chair so I can... Or, you can do it. Jack, easy now. Easy, buddy. It's your old pal Daxter, remember?
Daxter?
What the heck was that? Sheesh! Remind me not to piss you off. Come on, tall, dark, and gruesome. We're out of here. I brought you some new threads. Put them on.
Yeah, shadows are weird. Sometimes the hair gets glitchy, but shadows definitely the worst part.
I don't know why your shadows are weird. I've emulated Jack too, and they're not
Yeah, you can see it here. The shadows. It's really obvious when you get to Haven City.
Oh, you skip the cutscene completely for convenience sake.
I'm gonna edit it in anyways. That's what I just said.
Yeah, I know. Is it gonna be awkward though? We're just gonna be talking and then like mid sentence, it's gonna cut back in. And...
It's not any worse than what we used to do.
Well, no, I mean, but there you would like we'd be talking during the cutscene, and you just mute us, right? But now
that would happen sometimes, but that was arguably worse because you'd have no idea what we were talking about. We'd be on a totally different conversation.
That's true, but now when we start, they're gonna hear us talking, and then suddenly we'll stop, or we'll stop mid sentence, and then after cutscene we'll be like, continuing on.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Get all
too much work.
Codes.
I'll get all of them I know the location of.
Get every single. And this is 100% playthrough.
Yeah, screw that. This LP would never end.
Oh,
I think there's like 10 of them just in the Metalhead nest.
Isn't there some that you can't even get? Like, see, there's some you can miss and then you can't get back. I
wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it about this game.
We don't trust Jack 2. See, I'm gonna play it with him because my TV is literally next to my
I totally forgot where to go. No, this is the tutorial level. Oh, this is not a good omen.
It begins. The Jack 2 curse is what they call it.
Did they call it that? I wouldn't doubt it.
No, they don't call it
it
that.
was to go up here. You just jump up. Duh. Okay. I missed that completely.
I could have told you that.
Then why didn't you?
Because I was looking away for 1 second, the next second I look, you said, I don't know where to go, and then you fell off and died.
Good point. Very well said. By the way, shadows again.
Shadows. This is the real Shadow the Hedgehog. So his goal is to actually reach 100%, because you can get
It's
over
not gonna
100%.
happen.
You can get over 100% in this game, though.
You can? I've never tried.
Unless my memory card is messed up, I got 124% on one and then 101% on another.
To be fair, on my test playthrough, I did to make sure that the game works on emulator. I got to about 98% by the time I got to the final boss, so I don't know what it said now. I didn't check when we were loading it up.
It don't matter. Oh no, guards with the worst aim ever.
Has anybody ever actually gotten hit by those?
I have.
Okay, actually, this is probably gonna hit me too. It actually phased through one of the blocks.
Yeah, it's hit me before when I was younger, at least. But that's because I think I actually stopped moving deliberately.
Okay, well then, if they can't hit a sitting duck, they probably shouldn't have a gun. Just saying.
Or sometimes I would like roll, and for some reason it would get them or get me rather.
Their aim gets better when you're moving fast. I've noticed that.
I don't remember the controls to the game, and I popped it in, and I accidentally shot someone. Oops.
How can you? Oh, I guess you're not starting from the very beginning then, because you shouldn't have a gun.
Remember, I have a save that I started because I wanted to see if this game really was as hard as I remember, and I didn't really get very far. 22% or 23%.
Don't worry, I'm sure that's more than enough to figure out if it's as hard as you think it is.
Nah, I haven't gotten to the Hellcat mission. That's usually when the game starts getting brutal.
Hellcat? Really? I thought that was Jack 3. Oh.
No, you know the one where you're destroying the Hellcat cruisers for Torn.
I don't remember that one at all.
You just replay the game?
Yeah, and I don't remember it at all.
Oh,
which says to me that it wasn't very hard, because I can't even remember what it is.
Hello, strangers. My name is Kor. May I help?
You look like a reasonably smart man. I want information. Where the hell am I?
Sorry. He's new to the whole conversation thing.
Well, my angry young friend, you are a guest of His Majesty Baron Praxis, the ruler of glorious Haven City.
I was just a guest in the good Baron's prison.
Inside a cell or inside the city, walls surround us both. We are all his prisoners. Talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'd move on if I were you.
By order of His Eminence, the Grand Protector of Haven City, Baron Praxis, everyone in this section is hereby under arrest for suspicion of harboring underground fugitives. Surrender and die!
Excuse me, sir. Don't you mean surrender or die?
Not in this city. Protect us from these guards, and I'll introduce you to someone who can help you.
What missions can you remember? Specifically looking at like
anything having to do with Samos for one. Pretty much anything that has him in it is just a death wish.
Does that Mars Tomb?
Well, that too, I suppose.
I think Mars Tomb was one of the worst areas in the game in terms of difficulty.
Cool.
I didn't have fun there.
Something's
so many problems
happening to me. Something he did. I can't control it.
Very impressive.
You okay, Jack?
What you just did was very brave. This child is important.
This kid? He looks kind of scruffy.
You are in a restricted zone. Move along!
Thank you for your help, but I must get this boy to safety.
Hey! What about us?
There is an underground group waging war against Baron Praxis. Its leader, the Shadow, could use fighters like you. Go to the slums, find a dead-end alley near the city wall. Ask for Torn. He can help you.
You know, you figured that... When I was replaying the game, I had the game on mute.
Why?
Think about that.
Why did
that was torture. But I had to get to the musical tombstones. I finally figured it out just by luck of the draw.
Why did you have it on mute?
Because I had people next to me and didn't want to disturb them. My headphones were in another room.
Well. My TV is extremely dark. I can't see anything at this part of the city at night.
Don't worry, it's broad daylight here.
I can see. Broad daylight's an understatement. Broad daylight with awkward shadows.
Oh, yes. I'd like to see what the sun looks like in this world.
What did you do to hit the, or to make the people get pissed at you?
Come again?
What did you do?
Oh, I probably rolled into a car. So they get angry very easily.
They do. The police are pretty mean in this game.
Jack 3, they're a bit more lenient. I mean, they'll still go after you if you actively go after the guard, but that's about it.
I hope you guys like traveling. There will be a lot of that in this game. Like that is a lot of this game. Traveling.
That probably makes up about, I'm gonna say 40% of the game, and that's probably being lenient.
I was actually gonna say something like 30.
We're looking for a guy named Torn. Core sent us. Are you Torn?
Maybe this guy's a new, like you used to be.
New faces make me nervous. Word is you're out to join the fight for the city. You know, picking the wrong side could be unhealthy.
We want to see the Shadow.
Not likely. If you want to join something, why don't you and your pet go join the circus? Unless you've got the fur for a really tough task. Steal the Baron's banner from the top of the ruined tower and bring it back to me. Then, maybe we'll talk.
If need be, he might cut a few or not cut, but make them like speed up because I don't know, maybe
Well, the commentary would get a little off, but whatever.
Maybe that's what I was.
Okay, maybe. I want to take this guy with me. No, no. I was gonna take a prisoner. Why is that so wrong?
Oh, I'm saving that chick from the station that pumps places.
Oh, you're at that mission. That's another one I don't remember very well, but I remember it being hard. But for the wrong reasons. They don't give you any ammo. You will run out. Fact.
Isn't this where I get the Vulcan after this, though?
I think it's a few missions later. For those of you who don't know, Vulcan's a type of gun, and for those of you that do, you're probably 99% of the viewer base.
I have a question for you. Okay, so as of late, I've noticed, I don't know why, but as of late, I've noticed a lot of people are starting to suddenly not like Jak 2 anymore and say Jak 2 was the best, or Jak 1, I mean. I'm kind of confused.
I've seen the Jak 1 is the best for a while, but the Jak 2 being something that people really hate has been around, but it's never been this vocal.
As of
so
late,
I understand people not liking it as a sequel, but
yeah, but it's like
really, I hated Jak 1, so I'm more than happy with the change. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think Jak 1 is a horrible game, easily the worst that Naughty Dog's made.
Whoa, that's a bold statement.
I'm not going back on it. I hate that game with a passion.
They've created horrible games such as The Last of Us.
I've never played any PS3 games, so I can't talk on that merit.
I was joking. I was just trying to, piss off a fan base, or piss off a group of people such as Bat people.
That's fair. Although I really don't like Jak 1. It's so boring.
You know what game I do like? Final Fantasy 13. Just kidding. Don't talk to me about that game.
When you started bitching, but I actually went on YouTube and started looking up the cutscenes. I got maybe an hour and a half through. I don't know why I stopped, but I just couldn't go any further.
Did you notice how they kept saying we got to do this, and then they're like, I don't know, and then they're like, we got to do this, and then they're like, I don't know.
They were kind of like that.
it's.
I will say this much: I don't remember what his name is. Hero, I think. That kid just so annoying. They could cut him out entirely.
You mean Hope?
Is that his name? Whatever.
The kid, the.
I only got in like 90 minutes. Remember? I don't know their names.
He's at the beginning of the game. They're all at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same character though.
He's got white hair.
Yeah, that's him.
Yep. There we go. Wait. So I think Snow has white hair. Snow is also stupid, and I hate him too. I hate every character in that game.
Snow I do remember, and well, not as bad as Hope. But
how do you not remember Snow? He's the one who yells that girl's name all the time. What's her name? Sarah. Yeah, he yells
the one character that has a regular name. Barely see her.
Don't worry, all the characters in the game suck. Well, if any of you guys out there watching this like Final Fantasy 13, I'm not sorry. I hate you. And yeah.
I haven't played enough of the game to have a solid opinion. But cutscenes, why am I doing so bad at this?
It's a story-driven game. I don't know. I'm the one playing on a gimped controller, and I'm doing perfectly fine myself.
I'm using a PS1 controller.
My PS2 controller sucks. So it's gonna make this game harder. Like the my right control stick, or actually both my control sticks are a little more sensitive, especially my left one.
Guess you guys are in.
I have to press in X really hard to make the hoverboard, the flying to go faster, but I think it's always been that way. I can't press start on it.
Oh, that's a problem.
Well, I can, but it just barely works. It just feels kind of weird to play, like the buttons feel weird. It could be.
I think I know what you're talking about. I have a controller similar to that. Some of the buttons don't work.
Yeah, it's either controllers. I just don't remember the DualShock.
The control sticks just feel weird. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's kind of stiff.
It's not even stiff for me. It's like the opposite of stiff.
Really loose. I have one like that too.
You should record all the cutscenes from your what's it called? From your copy of the game.
I'm tempted because that would be very interesting to watch. I don't know if I want to make that part public. It's up on our channel. I'll probably wind up doing it as like a bonus or something.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we were doing this on his console, but his version is like really, really broken or something.
So just wait till it comes out. We recorded part 1 on it.
Yeah, and then we decided that we would change it in the end to either
I had to go get a physical copy again, which I already bought the game once. I really don't want to buy it again.
Or he'd have to emulate it, and he went with emulate it, and I died before I even got to the mission because the metalheads in this game are assholes.
Don't worry, we don't even have metalheads yet, and they're much worse than Jack 3.
I can't remember Jack 3 at all is the thing. Like, I'm gonna replay that after this to see what
it's hard, but at least it's consistently hard. For this game, it just rubber bands everywhere in terms of difficulty.
Basically, I'm replaying the game, and for the viewers so they know.
Woo! Being a big hero sure makes you thirsty.
The Baron turned off all water to the slums. He's willing to sacrifice innocent lives just to destroy the underground. I shouldn't be surprised. I've seen his evil before while serving in the Crimson Guard. That's why I quit.
You were a Crimson Guard? Well, that explains your charming sense of humor.
My friend in the Guard tells me the valve to turn the water back on is located outside the city, at the pumping station.
Outside the city? What about the security walls?
What about the metalheads? There ain't no petting zoo out there. Peeps be getting deep sixed.
Find the large drain pipe in the north wall. It'll take you outside the city to the pumping station. Get to the main valve and open it. If you survive, the slums will be indebted to you. If not, maybe we'll have a touching moment of silence in your honor.
I'd like to give him a touching moment.
And I originally, and I'm gonna go through it again. Still, I'm going to eventually finish it. I'm going through both games, mainly to see if I can, what's it called? To see if to judge which game is more difficult, and just judge if I remember them being as difficult as they were when I was younger. Because I remember like almost.
I remember Jack 3 being harder, but it's
I remember
debatable. I mean, like, if we're talking in terms of individual missions, Jack 2 takes the cake by far, but...
Yeah. But, like, yeah, like, when I was younger, I got so mad at this game at some points that I, like, almost cried out of anger.
What the...
Whoa.
Hello.
Science.
I don't think this world believes in science.
I mean, look at the shadows.
This is true. It's just like, I want to see what the sun looks like in this world.
Explain that science.
What the? What just happened?
Don't judge the game. Oh, actually.
Oh well, just go there on foot. Or there's a vehicle right here. No, that'll work too.
Daxter is amazing in this game too.
Daxter's amazing in every game.
That's true.
And yes, I am aware of that one. For anyone that wants to try to counter it. I am well aware of that one.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Proof.
No, I'll probably wind up doing it after this game at some point, so...
Does
I've
it
only ever beaten it once.
Does it involve Frontiers, which
Yes.
so happen to be lost?
Very much so. But I didn't even think it was that bad until like the last third or so. Where it just seems like they gave up trying to develop a game at that point.
Oh my goodness, I died. I forgot how do you activate Dark Jack.
L2.
Oh, that was like the only button I didn't press. That's like the most important button in the entire game, right next to down on the D-pad and R1. And then jump and then circle.
That is pretty much how you win this game. At least once you get the blaster, which we don't have yet, and we're not going to get it for a while. Oh, Metalhead Skull, getting it. If you get a certain number of them, you can trade them in for Dark Jack powers. Okay, now that we got that out of the way...
I was almost under the impression that we couldn't skip cutscenes in this game.
Triangle, I've been skipping them.
I know. I was thinking that for some reason. But yeah, when we get the blaster gun, it makes this game like 7 times easier.
It really does.
There's also, even though this sounds kind of weird in a way, there are quote-unquote advanced gun techniques in this game.
I've heard of a few of them. I don't utilize them that much. The most advanced I ever go is the jump, spin, shoot.
Yeah, like jump, spin, shoot is like one of them. It works for every weapon, but it doesn't work as well, except unless you're using the blaster.
Yeah, blaster is definitely the best one for that. I've never tried it with Peacemaker because of limited ammo. How does that work?
I don't think it really works with the Peacemaker.
It can only carry 10 bullets, so...
And then there's the punch shoot, which makes it shoot immediately.
Oh yeah, that
like
one too. I sometimes use that, but...
That one's really good with the blaster too, because it shoots multiple times.
Although, think about multiple time shooting. If you're gonna do that, you might as well use the Vulcan Fury, but... That one has a slow startup, which has more of a downside than you'd think in this game.
It really depends, like especially before you get the Oh, Onin. Onin is the best.
Onin is the whole reason to have this game. Forget Jack 2, this is Onin 2.
Omen's the blind one, right?
Yes.
Okay,
It has the translating bird creature thing. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be.
It's just like a parrot or something.
No, whatever. Talking too much about parts of the game that we shouldn't be talking about. Sorry.
I'm not sorry.
He's not sorry about anything. He's been trash talking people since the start of this. The worst I've done is say that I don't like Jack 1.
Jack 3 is a horrible game. Dun dun dun. Actually, people would argue that because apparently everyone hates Jack 2 and 3 nowadays for some reason. Like
It depends on how people feel about the first one, it seems. Most people that like the first one hate the following games and vice versa.
I like them all. I don't care.
I can see why people... Okay, I need to clarify this. I can see why people would like Jack 1. I really don't, though. It's just personal preference.
Yeah, like I like all the games. But I don't see why it's so random that someone could hate. It's still what I find even more random is how someone can get so attached to one game series or like one game from a series. It's not like the game was like a trilogy and then all of a sudden it turned into Jack 2 or something. If it was like that, then I could understand more why people would be upset. But
it's like, just one game.
Just one game and everyone got
okay, yeah, it's clearly based on Grand Theft Auto. Whatever.
Kind of. The overworld is structured a lot like it.
The
then-
individual levels, okay, aren't so much, but
Yeah.
in terms of the overall, I'm pretty sure the Naughty Dog even said at one point that the reason for the change is because Grand Theft Auto 3 was such a success.
GTA 3. Wasn't that the best-selling game on the PS2?
Ah,
I'm not sure about that.
follow me.
Jack, help! Jack, please, help!
Don't say it. Don't even chuckle. Next time, you turn the valve.
It could be, but I'm really not sure. Because there's a lot of games I think could take that title. Talk about Jack and Daxter, Legend of Sly Cooper, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy X. That's just ones I can think of off the top of my head.
GTA 5 or 5. GTA, one of the GTA games were the best-selling PS2 games of all time.
San Andreas, probably.
Yeah, it was San Andreas or 3 because I think those were the only. Or was it Vice City? Or was that just 3?
I don't think it was Vice City. I don't know enough about GTA to really comment on that, though, so take what I say with a grain of salt.
I'm not entirely sure myself. I say after this Oracle House, we should. That's one of the next ones we should go.
Okay, yeah, we're at 22 minutes, and that's not counting the cutscenes, so...
Greetings, great warrior. I sense there is a dark rage burning within you, and in time, it will destroy you with its madness. Only the last power of the precursors can save you. Destroy my enemies, those creatures you call the metalheads. Bring me 25 of their skull gems, and I will teach you how to control these powers.
Okay, I'm not gonna mention names here, but should I go to the tent or to the zappy thingy?
Zappy...
But
I usually go to the zappy thing.
Okay.
Usually. There's a few cases I won't.
See, that's how I'm gonna talk about spoilers without.
By the way,
spoilers.
whenever you get the cup showing up, always do that. Always. Get something good from it. Every time.
But then I have to go through pain and torture and suffering.
That's not always true. Just usually.
It's just about 99% of the time. You know, like that second time with the cuppy thingy.
I don't remember the second time being that bad, but... Anyways, thank you all for watching. Next time we're gonna steal this car and probably get chased by the Crimson Guard. Okay.
Don't shoot with it.
But that's the whole point of having it!
Okay, then shoot with it a lot.
Woo!